Good morning. It's still morning, I think.
Yes.
It's good. Thank you, Presiding Officer. It's wonderful to be here in the great town of Riverhead at this historic institution, the Vail Leavit Music Hall, for this really important announcement. We're here today to announce a multi-million-dollar investment in our downtowns, long-standing entertainment and cultural institutions, and our small businesses. And we're here to do it right here in the great town of Riverhead, in this really critically important downtown for all of Suffolk County. So first of all, I just want to thank my colleagues in the Suffolk County Legislature, first and foremost the presiding officer, Kevin McCaffrey, who is here with us, and the Minority Leader, Jason Richberg, both of whom, very importantly, served on the selection committee. That's important for everybody to know here, my two colleagues. And we want to thank all of the members of the legislature. I don't know, is Legislator Krupski?
No.
He was not able to be here, but we want to thank Legislator Krupski and all of our colleagues on the legislature. Let me be clear, without the legislature putting the funding in place in this year's operating budget in the ARPA Main Street line, $35.6 million, and the 11.5 in the county's JumpStart program, this would not be possible. The announcements that we're making here today would not be possible. In addition, of course, I want to thank the town of Riverhead, Supervisor Aguiar, and the town board. Unfortunately, Supervisor Aguiar could not be here today, but we do want to acknowledge her and thank her for her leadership, and all the members of the town board as well. Deputy Supervisor from the town of Riverhead, Devin Higgins, who is going to be speaking in just a few moments. We'll be introducing everyone, and want to thank really all of our friends and colleagues here in the town of Riverhead for their great work. Finally, have to say a special thank you to our United States Senator Chuck Schumer. He led the efforts to provide local communities with the support they needed to recover, to have this economic recovery coming out of the pandemic. And we've utilized most of our funding to invest in critical infrastructure, like sewer infrastructure, but also to invest in our downtowns and small businesses, which is why we're here today. We recognize that our long-term economic prosperity is dependent on the success and vibrancy of our downtowns. These are the places we know that are at the heart of our communities. This is where we gather for parades and celebrations and to support the cultural arts. By investing in our downtowns, we are supporting all of the small businesses there. Our downtowns are the places that we have the vibrancy that we need to keep young people here in our region who are critical to the economy. And they're also the places that we can create the kind of housing that we need to keep those young people here. And by the way, it's not just young people. I said this before. It's also for older people, which I'm considered I'm there.
A little ways to
I'm
go.
there. But they also want to be able to go into great downtowns and walk to shops and restaurants and do all those things that you can do here in Riverhead. So by investing in our downtowns, we're doing all those things, and we're supporting all of these great things, and we're supporting our small businesses. So what we're going to do now, with all that being said, I know we're not here to hear me go on and on about that, so I'm going to keep it brief. But we're going to make an announcement on, well, let's have everybody make their remarks first, and then we will do a presentation to the town and to the organizations here, which is really why we're all here, is the big checks that we have. I caution everyone, though, by the way, do not cash. Do not try to cash
Big check.
the big check.
Do you have a big deposit slip for it?
You gotta wait for the little check to come in. But I want to ask first our colleague here in the town of Riverhead, Devin Higgins, come forward and just introduce all of our friends and colleagues here in Riverhead, and our great thanks to all of them. You can't do this without great partners. So thank you very much, and Deputy Supervisor.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you. Thank you, County Executive Bellone, for that introduction. It's absolutely my pleasure to be here today speaking for Supervisor Aguiar, who I know is very disappointed not to be able to attend the event as she manages a family emergency. Before I get on further, I think I'll just take a second and introduce everybody we have with us from the town of Riverhead. We have Councilman Ken Rothwell, Councilman Frank Bayrott, Councilman Tim Hubbard. From our town attorney's office, Eric Howard, Danielle Hurley, Anne Marie Prudente is not with us today. And from our community development office, we have Frank Messina, Clarissa Collins, and Dawn Thomas is not able to be with us either. She's away on vacation at the moment. So since taking office in January of 2020, a top priority of Supervisor Aguiar's has been to work closely with all layers of government, irrespective of politics, with the singular goal of moving Riverhead forward. Well, with the county executive's imminent announcement of these 2 sizable grant awards, and as a result of his unwavering support to Riverhead, we are indeed doing just that, moving Riverhead forward. The JumpStart Award will allow for critical repairs to the iconic Vail Leavit Music Hall and will allow the facility to get back up and running as a vibrant addition to Riverhead's culturally and historically rich downtown. In addition, Supervisor Aguiar and the town board are currently taking steps to ensure the theater is led by a group of individuals who will bring the unique set of experience and knowledge needed to run a successful, long-lasting theater operation that will complement downtown Riverhead. A critically important piece of the downtown revitalization puzzle is the construction of a parking garage that will, on what will be the reestablishment of First Street. The JumpStart funding, the county executive, we are told, will pledge, will assist Riverhead in the construction of this garage. And once completed, that will allow for the existing parking lots currently located along the scenic Peconic riverfront, just outside the theater here, to be transformed into vibrant, active spaces, including a town square, adaptive children's playground, riverfront amphitheater, and other attractions. This will ensure downtown Riverhead is a year-round destination for family fun and entertainment, and funding of this nature will bring us that much closer to accomplishing this goal. On behalf of Supervisor Aguiar, I must extend our thanks to her friend, her colleague, her fellow champion of Riverhead, County Executive Steve Bellone. Your willingness to collaborate, to meet with Supervisor Aguiar, to discuss ideas, to discuss issues about that matter most to Riverhead are a testament to your leadership and the commitment to our area. In short, we thank you for your unwavering belief and determination in our downtown revitalization effort. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy Supervisor. And as I say, we certainly wish the supervisor well. We're sorry she's not here with us, but it's easy to support the efforts of the supervisor and the town board when you're doing such great things here, and it's really important work that's happening. So I want to turn it over to my colleagues. As I said, we wouldn't be here today specifically without these 2 individuals who not only lead the Suffolk County Legislature, but they were actually on the selection committee. So a big thank you to both of them, starting, of course, with the presiding officer of the Suffolk County Legislature, Kevin McCaffrey.
Thanks, Steve. And it's great to be here on the east end swing of our countywide tour to make these important announcements about what we're doing for our downtowns and for our cultural arts. And it's great to see these different venues that are out here in Suffolk County. And I'm sure that the money here will be put to good use. Hopefully the heating system will be turned back on. But in all seriousness, this has got some history here. I came in here and everyone was overwhelmed the first time you walk in here and say, oh my God, this really is history and something that needs to be preserved. And this is really going to be put to good use. And you know, the cultural arts are so important to our downtowns. And as the county executive said, this is where the vibrancy in Suffolk is occurring now, around our downtowns. And so it's so important, critically important, that we make sure that we make these investments, whether it be in cultural arts and theaters like this, or for the parking garage, so you can further develop our downtowns in the way we always ever-changing have to be. So I'm really proud to be here. I want to thank the county executive. He thanks us on the legislature, but he was the one that puts this in the budget, that pushed it forward, and he came down and sat with me and said, I want to do this. What do you think? And it was his idea to bring this forward, to use this money we got from Senator Schumer and others in our congressional delegation to be able to put this forward, to put this money to good use, to continue that economic development and making our downtowns the places that we all want to be in, and we're going to continue to grow well into the future. So thank you, County Executive, and congratulations to Riverhead.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Now, our Minority Leader, Jason Richberg. Jason, thank you.
Thank you for the warm handshake. So I want to echo some of the comments of my colleague, but I also want to thank my friend Catherine Kent, representing the community, for being here as well. So I think, investing in our downtowns is important, investing in the arts is important, but, folks don't remember about 100 years ago, all of us weren't here.
I don't remember.
But this is where communities would come together. This is where culture was defined. This is where our arts was enriched. And this is where communities could take part in events that they couldn't take part going to Broadway. Not everybody could afford to get on a train to drive or take a horse and buggy into the city at that point in time to go enjoy the arts. And so the fact that you can have that arts in your town to expose your children, your family, our elderly population to arts in their community is a lifesaver. So it's getting folks to enjoy each other, but also enjoying the arts and enriching their mind and culture. And by investing in a downtown garage, that means we can bring folks from all parts of Suffolk County here to eat in our restaurants, to have fun in our downtowns, to go down. I remember we used to canoe down the river and end out here and go have ice cream, and but with a parking garage, I don't have to worry about the canoe, although that was fun. The most important part is I can invest in the downtown. And that's what we want to do. That's what this money is about. A lot of counties, a lot of states didn't do the work that we're doing here, that the county executive has done, investing in our infrastructure and then also investing in our downtowns, which is so important. So I want to thank him, as my colleague has said, for his leadership in this. And I thank the supervisor and her team for making sure that we have a cohesive effort to invest in our downtowns. Thank you very much.
All right. Can we have the checks, please?